Hello, everybody. This is Combat Sports Podcast, and we're coming at you with the main card breakdown today for UFC Vegas 107, and we're going to come at you with some updates right now. Khazmat Chimaev said that Arman Tsarukyan is helping him train for UFC 319, where he will be versing DDP. That should be pretty good help. Arman is a great. He should be fighting for the belt anytime after he wins his next fight. So those two linking up is going to be dangerous and I still think Khazmat's going to win that for sure. But besides that, there was talks about MVP versus Carlos Prates, UFC 319 in Chicago. This is a matchup I really wanted. I was talking about it in my other videos. It was a matchup I wanted after I went to UFC in Kansas City. I watched it live. I saw Ian Gary win, and then I was like, ooh, you know who Carlos could get? MVP. Great striking. It would be a beautiful striking battle. See how Carlos Prates deals with that awkward stance of MVP. He is nasty when he was in Bellator and all that. But let's see how that matchup goes. That's talks right now. It's not confirmed, I don't believe yet. And also there was talks about Ruffy versus Michael Chandler. Oh my lord, that's a terrible, terrible thing they're doing to Michael Chandler. He wanted Conor McGregor. Nope, he's getting all of these guys that are just beating his face in. After this, I want to say he should retire because he's gonna get knocked out, brutal. Not if not knocked out, his face is gonna get dented in like it always does. That dude's face has gotten so messed up so many times. It's crazy. But that is some updates for today. Let's get on to the main thing here. The main card, UFC Vegas 107. First, we're going to start off here with the first fight of the night, starting off with Zachary Savage Reese versus Dusko Todorovic Thunder. First, we're going to start off with Reese. He is 8-2, former champ in another organization. He started fighting pro in 2021. He got into the UFC by a Dana White Contender Series submission, and then he went on to lose to Cody Brundage, like right after his Dana White Contender Series. He's coming off a knockout lost. So that's not good. That's probably going to play in the back of his head a little bit. He likes to go for takedowns a lot, I know. His striking is pretty decent, actually. But I know he can mix it up good, but the knockout might be in the back of his head, especially with a guy that we're about to talk about here, Drusko. He is 12-5. He started fighting in 2015. He went 10-0, and then he lost two in a row in 2021. He is 3-1 in the UFC, and he lost one to Abdul Malik, which he is really good actually. He's an upcomer. He's 8-0. Likes to finish stuff fast, and I'm pretty sure he got finished in the first round. But he has great power, and he has 8 knockouts. He's a great striker. His takedown defense is not the best, I would say. Uh, he does get taken down, but with a guy like Reese, if he can stuff these, it's going to be a problem for Reese. Knowing Reese is going to get the striking going, and then he's going to go for the takedown, probably mix it up real good. I have this fight going to decision, and I say Reese is going to win this because he's just going to grind him down and win with the wrestling. So let's go on to the next one. We got Dustin the Hand Yak Jacoby versus Bruno Lopes with an S. All right, let's talk about Dustin here. He has 20 wins, 9 losses, and 1 draw. He's been pro since 2010. He has an 8-6-1 record in the UFC. He's 0-2 in Bellator, and he also has quite a bit of fights in Glory. Let's see if we can go pull that up here. But yeah, he has great opponents in the UFC so far. He's really good. He's been doing this for quite some time, so yeah, he's got some experience in the game, way more than Bruno. But what I would be worried about is getting taken down because when I start talking about Bruno, he is really well rounded and has some great grappling. He's only been finished 4 times, so that's really good. So that means usually this will probably go to decision no matter what. But yeah, he's only been finished twice in his whole career, so that just shows he has a chin on him. But let's move on to Lopes. He started fighting in 2014. He is 3-0 in the LFA. He lost his first try to get into the UFC, I believe, in the Dana White Contender Series. It was to a beast though. What's his name? Brenson Ribeiro, I think. He's like monster, great hands. He's a beast, powerful man. So they put him up against a good guy. He is on a 3-fight win streak now. He is really well rounded, but you can look at his stats here, and he averages quite a bit of takedowns. His takedown defense is great, and he's definitely gonna try to get the takedowns here, because if he keeps us standing up, he is gonna get caught by Dustin. But overall, Bruno is really well rounded. I do have him winning this fight. He is a former LFA champion. I don't know if I said that because he had a great record there. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think that Bruno's going to mix it up really well, and Dustin is not going to be able to stop the takedowns. So, I got Bruno winning this. Let's move on to the next. And up next, we're going to start off with Brahimaj versus Billy Goff Ray. We're going to start off with Ramirez. He is 11-5. He started fighting in 2014. He is 3-3 in the UFC, 4-2 in the LFA. And if you haven't seen this guy, I did an edit on him. He is a beast. Literally his first what? It was like his first 4 fights. Let's see if I can go find it. Like his first 4 fights, he got him. He finished him in under like a minute or two. He would just be getting those guys. It was crazy. In under like 30 seconds every fight. But let's start talking about him a little bit. See if I can pull up the thing. He's coming off a knockout win, his first ever knockout win. I think it might get you his head a little bit. After you knock someone out, he might start. Oh, I can get the knockouts and all that. Oh, is it right here? Yeah, look at this right here. This shit is crazy. Look at this. Wild. Just wild. But yeah, let's talk about him a little bit more. I think his head might get a little bit big after getting his first knockout ever. You're gonna be like, oh, I got it now. But no, if I was him, I would not try to stand up with Billy Goff because that dude is a beast. But I will talk about him later on because on my edits, I saw a lot of things when I was watching footage of it, and I don't know. But if I was Ramis, I would stick to what I'm known for and stick to the takedowns, submissions. Dude has what, 10 submissions out of his 11 wins. He has 10 submissions. And he has a knockout. So that means he's finished everyone he's fought. This guy is a beast. I saw that he was going to be a dog, like a big dog, I think, like plus 250, 300. This guy can get a submission win. I'm saying it. I did think Billy Ray was going to win against the other guy, Hun KO or something. I thought he was gonna knock him out. He can knock out Raheem, I feel like maybe, but I don't see it happening. I see Raheem just gonna try to take him down. Billy here, he's 9-3. I'm dropping an edit of these guys Thursday. I was just talking about it. It'll be coming out Thursday, so 2 days before the fights. He was a former champ in organization called CES or something like that, in Cage Titans. He started fighting pro in 2019. He's 2-0 in Bellator, 1-1 in the UFC. He's coming off his first loss. It was to a decision, I believe, to Trey Waters. He's got a lot of power in his hands, and he is a fast striker. But from what I was seeing on my clips, he does get caught a lot. Like, he tries to go for takedowns, and he'll get caught. And a lot of the fights I watched, he was like, just I don't know. He gets tired quick, but I thought he was gonna win by a knockout. Now he's gonna have to change up the game and stuff some takedowns. I'm pretty sure he has like 100 takedown defense or something in the UFC. So he is really gonna have to test that here because I think that Ramirez is gonna go for a lot of takedowns. But I say that this is gonna be his first real test in the UFC for going people that wrestle like this guy and get submissions like this guy. I honestly think Ramirez is gonna pull this off because this was a fight that they both got short notice. Kind of, they were gonna fight already versus like, two other people. I'm pretty sure Ramirez is gonna fight versus Elliott, and Goff was gonna fight versus like Hung KO something. But they both had visa issues or something happened. Check out the edit Thursday. But I do have underdog Remi's winning here, and honestly, if you want to spice it a little bit, get a little get a little submission in there. But I'll talk about some parlays Friday in the main event because this is gonna be a banger of a fight from what I can see here. These are two experienced fighters, veterans of the game. Both have over 20 wins. This is going to be a banger. It might be a lot of grappling. It might be some striking in there, but I know this is going to deliver. Here we got Matthias Gamrot Gamer versus Ludovic Mr. Highlight Klein. We're going to start off with Gamrot here. He has 24 wins, 3 losses, and 1 no contest. He started fighting in 2012, won 16 fights in a row. He was 13-0 in KSW and was the champion there for a little bit. He's 7-3 in the UFC. He is coming off a loss to Dan Hooker. That fight was beautiful. If you guys want to go see it, go look it up. Dan Hooker versus Gamrot. That's where Dan Hooker broke his hand and had to get a couple surgeries on there. He might be out for a while. I hear rumors about him and Armin, which Gamrot whooped Armin. I want to say whooped, but he gave Armin his first loss ever, which is kind of crazy. This shows that Gamrot really has it. He's a little Marab, you know. Goes for the takedown. He's a grinder, but just the fact that he beat Armin is crazy. He is taller than Klein here. Let's go look at the height difference here. Yeah, he's 3 inches. 3 inches is a lot. You know what they say, 3 inches is 3 inches. But his reach is not longer than his. So that's kind of weird. But he is taller, which will help, I guess. But if your reach isn't longer, it doesn't really affect it, I feel like. This dude is a grinder. He goes for the takedowns. He'll strike, get the takedowns, strike. If he can't get the takedown, he'll stand up with you for a little bit. Then guess what he's going to go do? He's going to go get the takedown. He's always going for the. He's always finding a way to get it to the ground. This dude is a beast. But his opponent, Mr. Highlight, 23, 4 and 1, has a lot of potential. I say this dude was started fighting since 2014. He's 7-2 and 1 in the UFC. He got into the UFC in 2020. He's been active. He did start off with a win and then lost 2 in a row, I'm pretty sure, in the UFC. But then he came out here and started slinging it. He's been winning the rest of his fights. He has 9 submissions. He is a great boxer. That's what he's known for, boxing. He also has 6 submissions in there, which is crazy. So if he's known for a boxer with 6 submissions, that means he knows a little bit on the ground. So Gamrot, it could be a little danger for Gamrot, but I know Gamrot knows what he's doing on the ground. I'm telling you, this is going to be a really competitive fight here. Better than the main event, for sure. Because, like it says, Mr. Highlight here, I'm calling it right now. If Mr. Highlight wins, it's going to be by knockout. If Gamrot wins, it's going to be by decision. But I do think that Gamrot will just grind this man down like he does a lot. Keep grinding for the takedown, keep going for the takedown, stand up, strike a little bit. Because he does have some hands on him too. He has decent power on him. Gamrot can wrestle, but he's beautiful ground and pound, beautiful striking. I think overall he's better. Klein is on fire right now, but I do think Gamrot is going to pull this one off by a decision. I will be adding this to a parlay, I believe, but tune in Friday for that. Let's move on to the main event. We got Aaron Cold Blooded versus Macy, the future Barber. Aaron, number 5. I could see the winner of this maybe fighting for the belt, if not one fight away for the belt. But maybe if one of them gets a finish here, probably won't happen. But if someone gets a nice finish here, they could be fighting for the belt, I bet. But let's start talking about the cold-blooded Aaron here. She started fighting in 2018. Her pro career started. She's 4-1 in the IFC. I don't know what the IFC is. I do know when she was fighting her one and only loss to was Tracy Cortez, and she's a beast. And that was a couple years ago. That was like her 3rd fight of her career, I'm pretty sure, or somewhere around there. She is 7-1 in the UFC. She's coming off a win to Thug Rose, so that shows a lot because Thug Rose was a champion. That's her only loss in the UFC is to Mina, which she just fought for the belt like last month or a couple weeks ago. But she did lose to Valentina, which she is the GOAT. She keeps defending her belt. People doubted her that fight. I don't see why they did. I kind of doubted her. But she's a beast, and she got another freaking defend on her belts. She's the GOAT. No, not the GOAT. Amanda Nunes is the GOAT, but let's move on from that. Let's talk about Macy, the future. She's 14-2, ranked number 6. She started fighting in 2017. She is on fire. She is on a 6-fight win streak. Her most recent loss is to Alexa Grasso in 2021. She's 9-2 in the UFC, 4-1 in the LFA. She has great power for a lady. Has 6 knockouts. But the only thing I'm a little worried about is that she's never fought in a 5-round fight. This would be her first one, and I do know Erin has 2 fights, 1 win and 1 loss, and 5 rounders. So she does have that experience. This is gonna go out here and show what Macy's stamina is all about. She does have 6 knockouts, like I said, 2 submissions. So she does get it done. She's never gonna finish, so it's gonna be a decision fight for sure. This the only thing that it's gonna be really hard here is the 5 round experience. I think she has more power, but she's not as fast as Erin. I want to say Erin is slightly better. I say at her striking, even with the power that Macy has. But Erin is 100% better than Macy on the ground, so she does not want to go down there and fight a ground game with Erin. Overall, I think Erin is going to win this. The 5 round experience. She's a slightly better striker. Not enough power, but I think there's enough striking where she can affect her a little bit and then go for some takedowns. She will get this win. It'll be most likely by decision because these girls have not been finished once in their career, and I do not see this being a finish. But if you want to sprinkle something on there, you might be able to, but I don't see this being finished. I do got Erin by decision. And after all that, we're wrapping up the UFC Vegas 107 main card. And yesterday we did the prelims. Go check that out. But here we'll go all the way down, and here will be my quick picks from all of them, which you can go check and break. I have the breakdowns yesterday, but we'll go quick here with Dos Santos. I had Marquel underdog. I had Kurt underdog winning. Andreas is gonna win this. I saw this one actually. The lines are pretty close on this one. I would be slamming it on this guy right now. Andreas, slamming on him, maybe even by a finish. But no, even slapping on a parlay, that should be one of the locks of the day. I'll get into it more about that on my video of parlays and picks of the day short on Friday. But let's keep going. We got Macy here. I had Phil Ho winning with Reese. Bruno, another underdog, I'm pretty sure. We got Ramiz winning as another big underdog. And we got Gamrot with Aaron winning here. I do have quite a bit of underdogs, but from what I was looking at, I feel like all those underdogs can pull it off. I bet you all of them won't win, but imagine they do. Here Friday, I'll upload some videos, uh, a parlay video on my shorts so you guys can check it out. Make sure to follow all those picks if you guys want to make some money. But like I was telling you guys about, I had the Macy and Caitlin Vera. I was ranting about that fight, wanting it to get moved to the main. I'm pretty sure I saw something how it's gonna get moved to the main now. So I was telling y'all that was disrespectful that they're putting them in the co-prelim, like the co, like what? That makes just no sense. But either way, I'm glad that that card got moved up to the main card if it did, if it's true. But this whole week this upcoming week, I got PFL breakdown I'll probably do for June 12th. I'll probably do an edit, and then I'll do the breakdown for 316, and I'll do the breakdown for the main card Wednesday. I'll do the same thing as this week. I'll do early and prelims together, main card separate. But thank you everybody. Like and subscribe.